You know, we always talk about the future like it's some far-off place. But what if I told you it's not coming? It's already here. And not just in our world, but inside of us. Today, we're diving into the absolutely wild world of human enhancement, where the line between our biology and our technology is just dissolving. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's really happening.
So, quick question for you. When I say the word cyborg, what's the first thing that pops in your head? For most of us, it's probably something from a movie, right? A chrome-plated hero or maybe a villain with a glowing red eye. That's the image we've all grown up with.
But what if the real definition of a cyborg is way quieter and way closer to home than you'd ever guess? The future we're talking about isn't some distant dream. It's already part of our daily lives.
Yeah, that line between sci-fi and reality, it's pretty much gone. And because of that, I can almost guarantee that you already know a cyborg. You might even be related to one.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Heart pacemakers? They're literally machines that regulate the human heartbeat. Cochlear implants that bring back the sense of hearing, advanced prosthetic limbs that can be controlled just by thinking, even retinal implants that can restore sight. These aren't futuristic concepts. They are real, life-changing technologies that millions of people use every single day.
So what's the formal definition we're working with here? Well, it's actually pretty simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. Cyborg technology is any tech that's integrated into our body that doesn't just fix something that's broken, but actually enhances our abilities, anatomically, physiologically, or even how we process information. That word enhance is the real key. It's about going beyond just making repairs.
All right, so let's look at the first big category of these enhancements. These are the ones focused on restoring or replacing functions, basically bringing a person's abilities back to what we'd consider a normal human baseline.
And the progress in this area is just mind-blowing. We're talking about things like the DECA arm, a prosthetic limb that isn't just a simple tool, it can be controlled by a person's thoughts. Or the Argus 2, which can actually restore some vision for people with a specific kind of blindness. And of course, cochlear implants, which bypass the damaged parts of the ear to directly stimulate the auditory nerve. This is biology and technology becoming a single functioning system.
But okay, restoring function? That's just the beginning. What happens when the goal isn't just to get back to normal, but to push beyond it, to become more than human? This is where things start to get really wild. This is the next frontier.
Okay, now we are jumping straight into the future. You've got brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, that create a direct link between your mind and a computer. Then there's memory modification. DARPA, the U.S. military's advanced research agency, is literally funding programs to help soldiers retrieve memories. At the same time, scientists have already successfully created false memories in mice. And get this, people are experimenting with implants that give them whole new senses, like being able to feel the Earth's magnetic field. This isn't about fixing something, it's like adding a brand new feature to the human body.
And of course, technology this powerful gets noticed. It's no surprise that militaries around the world are seriously exploring the idea of creating super soldiers. Soldiers with enhanced strength, sharper senses, or faster cognitive abilities. And suddenly, this whole conversation moves from a cool thought experiment to something with incredibly high, real-world stakes.
And that brings us to the absolute heart of the matter. As we develop these incredible, almost godlike powers to change ourselves, we run headfirst into some massive ethical questions. We're not just changing our tools anymore, we are literally starting to redefine what it even means to be human.
The research we're drawing from for this explainer puts it pretty bluntly. This trend will ultimately challenge one's sense of identity and what it means to be human. Think about that. This isn't just about getting a cool upgrade. It's a fundamental challenge to who we think we are.
And that leads to some really tough immediate problems. For example, what about consent? Can a soldier be ordered to get a cognitive enhancement implant? Where does a person's right to their own body stop and the demands of their job or their country begin?
And what about society as a whole? As these amazing technologies become available, they'll probably be really expensive, at least at first. Are we at risk of creating a new kind of social divide? A biological class system where the unenhanced are just left behind, unable to compete?
And here it is, maybe the deepest question of them all. At some point, if a person is enhanced enough, do they stop being, well, human? Do they become something else, a post-human? And if so, what rights should a conscious, intelligent being like that have? Our entire legal and moral system is built around humans. It's not ready for what might come next.
Just to show you how seriously people are thinking about this, the source material we looked at actually proposes a radical idea, a totally new declaration of rights and responsibilities of beings. The idea is to create a new framework that gives rights to any conscious entity, whether it's totally biological, purely mechanical, or some hybrid of the two.
And that's where we're going to leave it for today. For the first time in history, the tools to literally direct our own evolution are in our hands. The biggest question isn't what can we do anymore, it's what should we do? As we start to rewrite our own biology, what on earth will we choose to become?